Hi, welcome to our channel.
I hit dead on with it though. Actually, perfect.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Well, today we're going to be taking a second look at the CZ P10S. If you saw my original video on this gun, it was the out-of-the-box impressions in its stock configuration, and at that time I had a little over 500 rounds through it. Well, since then I have made quite a few changes. Got this thing set up in the configuration that I plan to keep it in, and I also have a much higher round count through it now. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to roll in some footage of me doing all the changes to this gun, the optics, backup sights, etc. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to tell you what I think of it, and we're going to go over all those changes. So stay tuned. As you can see, there's been quite a few changes to this thing. It was a little bit of a process to get all the different parts in that I needed. These guns are the optic ready line of CZ P series are somewhat new, so getting the optic plate and the suppressor sights and things like that can be a little bit of a challenge right now, but as time goes on, those will become more and more available, and they are available. You just got to do a little bit of research and a little bit of Googling, and you can come up with them. But first thing I'm going to do is show you that this gun is clear. Now, I've got several other guns out here. Some of them are not clear. But we're going to keep everything. We're down here at the range today, so we're going to keep everything pointed in a safe direction, and, you know, we'll carry on. But the first thing I'm going to go over is the magazines. In the original video, I just had simply the 2 12 rounds. Well, now I have the 2 12 rounds, and I also purchased 2 more 12 round mags and added the +2 extensions to them. So these are now 14 rounders. So I have 2 14 rounders and 2 12 rounders, and I'll probably pick up some more in the future. When I carry this gun, or if I carry this gun, the way I would personally carry it is I would carry it with a 12 round mag installed like that, and then I would carry a 14 round mag for a backup. So a pretty good setup, you know, overall. Now that we went over the mags, we'll just go over some of the other changes that I've made to this thing so far. So I added I'm gonna pop it off here just to show you the O-Light. Let's see, this is the PL Mini 2 Valkyrie. So this is the one that has, you can see it's got this little adjustable piece here and a QD lever. So this thing will mount to practically anything that has a rail. So very, very good little light, 600 lumen. Perfect fit for this this little carry gun, in my opinion. You got your momentary on right there on the side, or also you can just tap it and it'll stay constant on. And it is, I think I said 500 lumen just now, but either way, it's a 600 lumen light, so that's my bad. But anyway, so that was one of the things I added. I also added the suppressor height sights that you can see here. Now, the sights that came on this thing factory were extremely nice. I mentioned them quite a bit in the original video, but I wanted some backup sights that would co-witness. So I ordered these sights from CZ USA. You can see you got the set screw there on the rear one. Of course, you got that frontward dovetail here. Let's see if it's in focus on the front one. But anyway, so I got those sights on, installed them, really didn't have any problem with them. They are white dot configurations. I don't like that. When I'm running a optic on a pistol like this, I prefer a all black sight picture, because I'm going to be using these as dedicated backup sights. So when I look through there, even though they don't really bother me, and I mean, obviously you're going to pick up that red dot, I still prefer these sights to be all black. With that said, normally I black these type of sights out myself. The only reason I haven't these is I wanted to show them the way they come in the video. So I'm actually going to black them out right now. Now, I know there's a lot of opinions of how to black out these type of sights. I just do it with a Sharpie. I just put a couple coats on there. You can kind of see it. It blacks them out almost all the way with one coat, but I like to add a couple. So I'm going to go ahead and put one on here while I've got you. So what I'll do is I'll put that on there and let it dry, and probably when the video ends, I'll go back later and put another coat or two. But that's just the way I do it, and that way there's no, when I look through my optic, I don't see nothing but that dot. You know, I don't want anything distracting me. But if some reason that optic fails, I've still got, you know, sights that will work. So that's just my preferred sight picture. I have the exact same setup on this Glock 19, and I've got these all black Ameriglow sights. Get this back in the holster. Anyway, so that was a change that I made. I got the optic plate from CZ USA. If you get one of these, I would recommend that you get the optic plate from CZ USA, not CZ Custom. The CZ Custom plates, it's kind of hard to tell, but they don't have this little filler piece in front of the optic, and I just do not like that. If you get the plate from CZ USA, it will have this little piece to kind of make it look complete. I don't know why there's such a difference between those two, but I much prefer the way this plate is made, just because it gives it a more finished look. All the edges are a lot more profiled better, and it's just better quality in my opinion. Also, I added the Holosun 407C. If you're familiar with these type of optics of Holosuns, excuse me, this is a 507C on this Glock 19. And I am carrying this, and this weapon is hot, and I'm going to keep it that way because I'm just going to put it right back in my holster. But the 507C and the 407C are identical in every way, except the 507C has the exact same dot, everything. But the 507C, you can change the reticle. So you can push the minus button here and hold it down, and it'll give you kind of a EOTech style reticle. And it'll also just give you a circle dot reticle if that's what you prefer. Those are nice. I think it really helps new shooters with dots because it gives them that big circle to pick up. But as you can see, I've got mine set up with just a traditional dot. So I like the 507C. It's a great optic. But just to save a little bit of money, I kind of prefer the 407 because all I use is the dot anyway. And other than that one feature, they're exactly the same. So that's pretty much all the changes that I have made for this gun. As of right now, I have 1,300 rounds through this pistol. The majority of them are in this configuration. I shot it for about 500 in its stock configuration. After that last video, I kind of quit shooting this pistol, to be honest. And I waited until I got everything that you see here on the gun. And now I have been shooting it, you know, non-stop. And I got to that 1,300 rounds pretty quick. Probably by the time you're seeing this video, depends on if it's down the road, I'll probably have a lot more rounds through it. I also mentioned in the last video that this might possibly be my winter carry. It's going to be as soon as I get a holster. So I've got it set up and I've been shooting it a lot, but you'll notice in the range footage that I'll roll in at the end, you don't see any holster work with me with this gun because the holster that I'm having made for it hasn't came in yet. You know, it's a fairly new gun and I am running optic suppressor sights, you know, and a light. So I had to have a holster built for it, and it's on the way, but it's not here yet. So as soon as I get a holster for it, this will probably be my winter carry. Or I take that back. This definitely will be my winter carry. Until then, my winter carry is still Old Faithful. You've seen this one before. Glock 19, TLR7, got the Hole of Sun, suppressor height sights, mag pull, mag well. This one I've also added a little bit of grip tape here, just to give myself a little more friction. I still carry Federal HST 124 grain. That's still my preferred carry load. I've shot quite a few of those through this thing, and it's been perfectly reliable. So that's still my winter carry. Where I live at, the weather is crazy. Down here today on the range, it's really cold. You know, in a couple days, it's going to be back up in the upper 60s. So when it's not so cold, and I'm kind of going back and forth between my summer and winter carry, I'm still rocking the SIG P365. Now I have changed to a little bit different setup. I now have a TLR6 on my SIG P365. Weapon lights or something on handguns. I've always had them on carbines, but on handguns I have neglected them more than I should. I've had weapon lights, lots of them over the years, but from now on I have made weapon lights a mandatory feature for me. You know, second rule I think it is of firearm safety is you have to identify your target. So you can't identify your target in low light or dark without a weapon light. So, you know, stuff happens in the dark, and it just makes sense to have a weapon light. There's so many good weapon lights nowadays. You know, there's no reason not to have a weapon light on your carry gun. But anyway, that's a little mini rant, and we'll just move on. But I am still carrying this a ton. Don't get me wrong. You know, like I said, even though this is going to be my dedicated winter carry as soon as I get a holster, you know, like I said, in my state, sometimes during the winter, we have crazy days and it goes up to 70 degrees and I'm wearing a t-shirt. Well, on those days, I just go right back to the good old 365. But as soon as I get a holster, this thing will definitely be my winter carry. I'll be carrying it with the flush mag you see here. I'll also be carrying it with a backup mag of 14 rounds. So I guess that pretty much wraps it up. One more thing I will mention, if you're getting a carry gun or for this gun or any of these guns that I've had out here, if you're looking for a way to carry your spare magazines, I did a video back in June on the ReloadWrap, and I would definitely recommend that you check that out if you're in the market for that. I have been carrying, this is my original ReloadWrap, I've been carrying this SIG 365 mag and this thing a lot. If you're not familiar with what this is, I'll put the video down in the description, but it's a way to carry a spare magazine inside your pocket, you know, to go along with your concealed carry gun. So I definitely recommend that. Let me pull this one out. Like I said, I'm carrying my Glock 19 today, and this is the backup mag that I'm carrying. This is a 15 round Glock mag, and I've got it configured, you know, to fit. This thing is basically infinitely adjustable, and it can fit, you know, any magazine. Like this CZ magazine, see how it fits in there kind of loose? I can just simply, and that quickly, I have this thing configured for a CZ magazine. And then just a little tight for my Glock mag now. Didn't mean for this to be a ReloadWrap video, but hey, this is a really cool product. And see, now I've got it configured. That's a loaded Glock mag. Now I've got it figured for my Glock 19 mag again. But anyway, if you're looking for a way to carry a spare magazine, I definitely recommend checking those out. Here's a little card. ReloadWrap, and you can go to their website, www.reloadwrap.com. If you go over there, I do have a coupon code that will get you 15% off. So just go to ReloadWrap's website and put in the code Nate's Gun Talk. That's N8S Gun Talk 15, and that will get you 15% off of those. I definitely recommend them. They're good to go. Well, that about wraps it up, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. If this is something that you're interested in, I would also appreciate it if you would like, subscribe. If you have any questions or anything like that, just feel free to drop them in the comments. Stay tuned at the end for the range footage of this gun. It's just me shooting it, a buddy of mine shooting it you know, running some basic drills, basically just getting some rounds through this thing and getting a little bit more familiar with it. So stay tuned for that at the end, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks. One more thing that I left out under reliability. Out of the 1,300 rounds that I have put through the P10S, I did have one malfunction, but it wasn't a gun malfunction. It was directly ammo related. It was a round that just simply would not fire. It was Browning 124 grain FMJ ball ammo, and it was getting good hard primer strikes, but the round just simply wouldn't fire. We tried it in several other guns, and it was just a dud. It was just a bad round. I did get that in the shooting footage, so you will see that little part. But I just wanted to touch on that I did have that one problem, but it was not gun related. Most definitely ammo related. Check that round. Pure reaction tat rat, by the way. Yeah, let me show this here. See, this is Browning ammo. Does not look like a light primer strike to me. It hit it hard. Round just didn't go off. Hold on, let's see if this round will fire. Did not go off again. Yeah, that's just a bad round.
Ready?
Yep.
Sweet.